Hey guys, welcome back to Chaos Core Tech. My name's Garrett, and today we're going to be making Rick from Rick and Morty. Let's get swifty. Alright, per usual, we start out by Googling. So go to Google Images, type in Rick Sanchez, and you end up here. And apparently this guy's name is Rick Sanchez as well. That's not who we're making. We are making this Rick Sanchez from Rick and Morty. So there's not a lot of good full body shots of Rick here. I know I want him to be standing. I don't want to like make a chair or anything and have him sitting in it. I kind of like this where he's holding the flask, but I don't really want his face to be in this pose, and do a little bit more of a face kind of like that. Yeah, that's probably more like it, because this, it's kind of like an angry and intrigued face. That might be weird out of context. But I definitely want the mouth like that and have this little bit of drool, because that's pretty iconic Rick. And it's always good to find at least one full body shot. That looks like it's fan art, so that's not good. I wasn't finding any of Rick's lower half in the Rick Sanchez search, so I searched Rick and Morty. We can see there, yeah, you can usually see his socks. Okay, yeah, these should give me enough to go on. It's very, very simple. There's no detail in his legs. You can see a little bit of his socks, and then the shoes are just very, very plain. Up until about 5 minutes ago, I was planning on doing this in Fusion 360, but I think I might try it in ZBrush Core. So I guess we will see how that goes. Alright, let's get creating. Okay, so I have made some progress, and I've been learning quite a bit about what not to do in ZBrush, so that's good, I suppose. It gets me closer to what I should be doing. But I think I've gotten the model pretty good ways there. Mostly what I have left to do are the hands. They're still just nubs. And then I wanted to do a little bit of drool right underneath his mouth, and then his pupils. And when I talked about doing things the wrong way, the arms are a perfect example of that. My idea was leaving symmetry on and sculpting the hands and the arms so they're symmetrical, and then moving them after the fact. That's just not a good way of doing it. And since ZBrush Core does not have animation features, I actually have to move the mesh to do those types of things. And really the biggest problem is that I extracted the lab coat from his arms and body, so they're actually different meshes. So if I have to move the arms, I have to move the arms and then move the body. I could Dynamesh them together at this point, but I think I would lose quite a bit of quality there that I don't want to give up. So I'm just going to have to try to move his arms into the position they want, move the coat to match that, which won't be easy, and then I will go on to actually making his hands. So let's see how this goes. Alright, so Rick is done, and I threw some color on there just to kind of give it one final little check to make sure that he looks okay. He's not perfect by any means, but given the fact that this was my first like official model in ZBrush Core, I don't think it came out too bad. So basically what I ended up having to do with the arms is I moved the arms, and then I could not even begin to position the sleeves around them. So I had to mask them off again and just re-extract the sleeves. And then I took the sleeves off of the original coat and then just Dynameshed the two together and smoothed out the shoulder areas. So I think it worked out alright in the end. I could have just saved myself some work in the meantime. Okay, so I think it's ready to get printing, so let's print. Then after it was done painting, I handed it off to my wife and she began cleaning up the print by using some filler primer and sanding the crap out of it to get rid of print lines. And then she just proceeded to paint it white. I believe she used primer for that as well. And then she took to her paintbrushes and acrylic paints to start painting on the various different colors. Now we actually had a weird issue with this. We were using Hatchbox yellow PLA, and for some reason we had the yellow bleeding through the paint. And it actually went through about 4 coats of primer and several coats of acrylic paints. It was really weird, and it just showed up on some of the lighter colors. You could see the yellow through the coat and everything. So she ended up having to go over it all quite a few more times. It's very strange. So if any of you know why that was happening, I'd love to hear your thoughts on it down below. And then of course she finished the whole thing by spraying it with a glossy clear coat to help protect it and to really bring out some of the details. Well, there you have it, guys. This is Rick from Rick and Morty. If you haven't seen Rick and Morty and you're a fan of the adult-style cartoon shows, definitely give Rick and Morty a shot because it's hilarious. And in the more likely case that you're already a fan, you can download these files and print one for yourself. Links are in the description. And of course, if you want to see any of the full modeling video and the full painting video of my wife painting this thing, I will put links to those on my second channel down below. And you guys know what to do. My wife and I do spend a lot of time creating these things, so we really do appreciate all that like and share love you guys give, so thank you guys very much. I hope you enjoyed this, and until next time, keep creating.